she's pregnant.
It don't make no
But he
sense,
can't
bro.
have kids, and this
That's what
happens.
I'm talking about. Don't sit there acting stupid because you sit up. Bro, this is what I'm talking about right there. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. Yeah, what you mean I'm not happy? What I'll be happy for? What can I possibly be happy for?
Because we're having
I can, listen here, woman. Stop playing with me. Because you know I got vasectomy. I can't even have no kids. Stop playing with me.
You sound stupid coming in here.
I sound stupid? No, you sound like a cheating ass. What you sound like to me?
Cheater?
Yeah.
I only
Who got
been
you
with
pregnant?
you. What are you talking
Who
about?
got you pregnant?
I've only been with you.
Who got you pregnant?
You.
How?
Man.
I can't have no kids. I have a whole vasectomy.
You do know after a certain period of time, it can happen again.
No, it
So
can't.
that woman-
My slipped. It cannot happen again. My slipped. I can't have no kids.
Women get their tube tied after so many years. It can turn back into one tube. You know what I'm talking
I'm not, bro. Listen here, bro.
The same thing happens with men. I ain't been with nobody but you, so you can
That's
go
impossible because I can't have no kids. I was vasectomy.
Well,
What you talking about? I do everything for you. I take care of the house. I take care of
holding the camera on me.
Yeah, I'm holding the camera because I want to show how you ain't. That's why.
I'm not.
Yeah, you.
It's your baby.
It ain't my baby. It ain't my baby. And I know you. You got plenty of opportunities. You got plenty of opportunities. So you know I'm on the road with my job. My job. Everywhere I go on the road with my job. I ain't never. Because you can't. I'm at work. I'll take you with me.
You want to talk to me? What the?
I'm not putting the camera down. Yo, I'm not putting the camera down because that's some shit you got. Yes, you play the. Oh, who the dad? Who the dad?
You.
I'm not the dad.
Okay, so
I had a whole vasectomy, so how the fuck I be the dad? Who the father? Who the father? Who is the father? Who the father?
Are you not going to take care of this child?
It ain't mine. I'm not taking no child. It's not mine. Are you dumb? Are you stupid?
So now I'm just
You can't be that stupid thing. I'm gonna take care of a baby that's not mine.
Camera down and then talk to me about it.
You know what, bro?
I'm not going to do this.
Well, I ain't gonna lie. I'm not gonna bro.
Do this?
Do what, man? Because I do it.
You know it's your fucking child.
I know it's not my child because I had a whole vasectomy. I've been doing everything for you. And I swear to God, bro, you out here sleeping around. But I just want to know, what did I do to deserve it? What did I do to you? Just tell me what I did to you for you to have a baby by a whole nother man. Huh?
You want to talk to me? Put the camera down.
I'm not.
You're sitting here
I'm not.
Baby, that's yours. You should be smiling and being happy.
Get the f out. Get the f out. That's you are. You get the f out of my house right now. You're playing, man. What you mean? Yeah, you playing with somebody else, baby. They ain't mine. Get the f out. Get the f out. I'm gonna grab all. I'll grab all you and put you out myself. Yeah, I'll put you out. You and that baby ain't mine. Get the f out of my house, man. No, it's not. All right, so good. Stay here. I'm gonna call the police and get the f out of my house. Yeah, you got me f up.
Wow. Shalom. First thing and foremost, I want to give all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashim Rakakadash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders of the great millstone. Peace and blessings and salutation to the hopeful elect. Noise in the gospel abroad, lifting up the standard of Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, wherever it may be. Man, bro. Such is the way of the adulterous woman, right? Man, that's crazy. Now, this is the reason why we say what we said about you Jake women, man, about you Eves. All right? Clearly, this man said he obviously was committing adultery on the dude, and he can't have kids. He said he had a vasectomy. All right, and with that being said, and I know for a fact, I know a guy, you know what I'm saying, that I'm cool with, he got a vasectomy, man, because of this particular problem. But with that being said, when you get your nuts snipped, you can't have babies. I mean, because it's nothing there. Okay, you literally got your manhood snipped, so it's nothing. You're shooting blanks. It ain't shit coming out for real. Same thing when women get their tubes tied and get it seared. It's nothing passing through those fallopian tubes. Okay, so this is the type of madness that's going on in our nation, bro. You know, like the last video I did yesterday, and the spirit been getting on women a lot this week. And honestly, I try not to get on a woman as much because it's like beating a dead horse, and you know, it's just what it is. But for whatever reason, the spirit of the Lord got us turned up against our women. Why? Because judgment is getting ready to come. Because this society is falling, it's failing. Okay? The price of goods are going up. Inflation is getting ready to kick in. Gas is going up. Okay, they're destroying these processing plants, food processing plants. You know, there's a shortage on baby formula, etc. Well, at least Esau is hoarding all these things. But nonetheless, man, this is a wake-up call to you Israelite men and you Israelite women that may have an ear to hear to really buckle down and get your minds right, because all this is going to be rectified. Okay, this is why the Spirit has had us going heavy on women. Like the video I did yesterday, it went viral. Damn near it went viral. I mean, everybody and their mother is commenting on it, and you got more people that agree with the video than not, because Jake is seeing it for what it is. Because this lady clearly committed adultery on him and stated, oh, this is your kid. Like, how evil and cruel is that for you to put another nigga's baby on the man you dealing with? And that show you how low that our people have become, man. Because that just fucking respect, man. And then you gonna sit in my crib and lay in my bed and look me in my face and tell me that another nigga's kid is mine? But I guarantee you ain't tell that other nigga that shit, you know? And Jake wasn't buying it. And you could hear it in his voice that he was hurt. Because, hey, you can hear his voice cracking. That's how you know that a man is hurt and where he's broken, when his female do it to him, man. Because that's the so common among our situations today. You know, having a baby on a man and it being somebody else. You know how many Jakes are in that situation? You know how many Jakes are taking care of other men's kids? Okay, because they thought it was their kid, etc. You know, and that's a hard pill to swallow. But hey, she didn't have no remorse. She didn't care because she was getting taken care of. The guy was working. And if you pay attention to the way she dressed, you can tell she's promiscuous. She's provocative. She's promiscuous because she's wearing that tight bodysuit, you know, and the fact that he's off because he allowed her to dress like that. So, bro, you going to work, you working 5 to 6 to 7 days a week, you out on the road, and you allowing her to guide her, bro. What the hell you thought was going to happen, man? Especially with a worldly woman like that. What the hell you thought was going to happen? Like, I don't even know why you allowed a female like that to move in your... Why would you even take a woman like that serious, bro? You know, you played yourself. But then again, you know, I hate to say it, even though you off, because the scriptures say he that have his privy members chopped off can enter the congregation of the Most High. So you left either way it go. But that's the smartest thing you could have done of being a nigga in the world, was getting your shit snipped. Why? Because you get to avoid child support. You get to avoid being caught up with vermin like that. Because she clearly didn't have no remorse, and she lied to the nigga's face and say, look, this ain't my baby. This is your baby. You should be happy. Like, she really tried to go there and play the mind games, but Jake wasn't buying it, man. Okay? So this is this place got to go. Okay? So this is the book of Proverbs 23 and 27. It says, well, a whore is a deep ditch and a strange woman is a narrow pit. Right? Because if you fall in a deep ditch, man, you ain't getting up out of that jam. And so many Jakes have lost lives, man. It's a lot of Jakes in a graveyard. It's a lot of Jakes that's in prison behind females like this, you know, sitting up here trying to be right, be properable to these type of women. They don't respect that, bro. Okay, these women don't respect the working man. They don't respect the sincere and honest, loving Jake. They don't respect that. Because if she respect that, she never would have committed adultery on you. And she's going to be destroyed for that, man. You know? So the best thing you could have done was get her up out your house. Because sooner than later, the truth is going to come out, because it's going to find out if she was lying about it and she does have evidence, or she does have the baby. Eventually, you're going to see it and then you're like, wait, this ain't my child. You would know if the child is yours or not. You know what I'm saying? You would know if the kid is yours. And on top of that, how about to go get a DNA test? Just to honestly be on some straight up throwing it back in her face type shit. Go get a DNA test. But you already know it's not your kid because you got a vasectomy, man. All right, so these women are wicked as hell, man. This is the reason why we say what we say about Eve, man. Okay, so can men impregnate with a vasectomy? With a vasectomy. Let me see. It says here, the AUA explained that after a vasectomy, you still produce sperm, but however, it is soaked up by your body and cannot reach the semen. Okay, meaning basically you're shooting blanks. It says, meaning you won't be able to get a woman pregnant. But she really tried to play the trump card and say, nah, nigga, this your baby. You like, I got a vasectomy. It's impossible, man. Same thing when a woman get her tubes tied. Ain't shit going through that, man. But that's the type of degeneracy that our people are dealing with, man. And this is why Yahweh Bashim Yahushai has to come back and put this society down, man. He has to put this society down with extreme prejudice because the shit is getting out of hand. All right? To the point she said, oh, you should be happy. What the fuck I'm going to be happy for? You just committed adultery and you pregnant. So that's 3 strikes right there. You committed adultery, that's 2 strikes, and you pregnant. Really, that's another 2 strikes. That's 4 strikes, man. Ain't no 4 strikes in baseball. 3 strikes, you out. In my book, shit, you maybe got 2 if you lucky. You know what I'm saying? So it says you won't be able to get a woman pregnant. So this is the type of livelihoods our people are soaking up. We have an adulterous-based culture, man. Black culture, as they call it, which we're not even black. Nobody on the planet Earth is black. All right? We're shades of brown. Black means deaf or void of light, okay, which is a social construct that Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, has put on our people as a byword and a proverb and a reproach. Okay, so Jake out there calling themselves black, you're not enlightened. We're not black, okay, we're Israelites. But nonetheless, this so-called black culture, I say it that way, has been nothing but debauchery, adultery, whoredom, okay, murder, drug dealing. That's the black culture, being a rapper. The only thing little black or so-called black men are told they can be is entertainers, drug dealers, or sports players, man. You can play basketball, football, or dunk a basketball, rap, or nigga tend to the streets. Okay, we'll never be elevated as being business owners, being CEOs, and none of that, because that's not what they portray of us. So therefore, you got this deaf culture, which black culture is nothing but death. Okay. And the adulterous woman, that's crazy. Then she's mad at him, getting loud with him because he caught her in her shit. But wait a minute, I caught you up in a lie. And that's the reason why, like as the brother labeled in the video, it says this is exactly why the Lord used priests to make jealousy tests in our law. That's in Numbers, the 5th chapter, man. If you wanted to know if your woman was being unfaithful, the priests would basically make her like a bitter potion, a bitter water. Okay, what we'll do, we'll get the water, we'll get the dust. Okay, we'll get the particular herbs, and then if the woman drinks it and she's been unfaithful, then her body, her stomach and her thighs will rot out, will swell out, hitting cellulite. Okay, most women today, they have cellulite. Why? Because for the simple fact that's the sign of an adulterer. So now you don't even need the potion anymore. It's the Lord giving you the sign right there when you look at it. People say, well, that become from gaining weight. That's not true. Okay, because I know skinny chicks, man, they got cellulite that ain't got a lick of fat on them, and they still got the rot of the thighs. Why? Because they've had different men. Okay, they've jumped from men to men, and they have different specimens in them, and that shit eats away at your stomach. The bloated belly, you know, the cellulite, the wrinkled booty, the wrinkled thighs, shit is gross. Look like cottage cheese. But that's a sign right there that the Lord have showed that our women have played the whore. And sometime you could be, you know what I'm saying, you could come up in age with it and you ain't got to been popped, but you could have been an adulterer in your past life, and the Lord is putting that mark on your ass, man. So this you women, man, you got to get it. It's majority of our women not going to make it on this side, man. Okay? And that's just what it is. Sirach 23 and 25. It says, thus should go as it with the wife that leaveth her husband and bring it in heir by another. Okay? That's a child by another man. It says, for first she have disobeyed the law of the Most High, and secondly she have trespassed against her own husband, and thirdly, that's that third strike, she have played the whore in adultery and bought in children by another man. It says she should be brought out into the congregation, and inquisition should be made of her children, and her children should not take root, and her branches should bring forth no fruit, man, because you're going to be disgraced. People going to look at you in the village like, nah, I don't want to deal with that hoe. She off, nah. You know what I'm saying? And then ultimately you would be put to death, because that's that's an automatic death sentence, man, in the scriptures. You know what I'm saying? Like when the Lord, basically when they was like, well, we call it an act of adultery. And then she said, well, do you condemn me? The Lord said, well, I don't condemn you. So he said, go and sin no more. Basically gave her a pass, but he said, look, go and sin no more, because she got caught in the act. You see what I'm saying? But the Lord, he like, look, man, go and sin no more, which shows that the Lord is merciful. But if you go off, hey, the Lord can continue to judge you, man. Okay, because he said, well, shit, look, if you go off again, then basically, man, they gonna have their way with you. There ain't nothing I can do. Because adultery is wrong. I don't care if you entertaining a nigga, you sneak texting a nigga, you know what I'm saying? You're meeting up with a Jake, you're having sex with him, whatever. You know, but that's common among our nation, man. You got a female and you got a nigga that stay on top of her. and he knows that y'all having arguments left and right 24/7, then hey, you think that he ain't gonna slide in? And oftentimes the woman, she'll make the racket noise. You know, she'll come up and bring attention to the situation. She'll argue loud. She'll be all out in public with it, just so niggas can be hip to it. Oh, well, I'm single. That's like a scoil of saying I'm single. Let's do something. You know, because if you were smart, women and men, or men and women, you would handle your situations discreetly. That way nobody knows. But that's, you know, they like to shame their men. And that dude, hey, he was made a mockery out of, man. That was sad. You know, only if you knew his pain. But this is the book of Proverbs 30:20. It says, such is the way of an adulterous woman. She eateth and wipeth her mouth and said, I've done no wickedness. Okay. And that's what she said. She said, I didn't do nothing. You the only man I slept with. How is that even possible? I can't get you pregnant. So how did you come up pregnant? By yourself? No, you committed adultery. And a woman like that, you know she's committing adultery. You know she's on Facebook, Instagram, OnlyFans, and all types of stuff. How many men you know is in her inbox? And this guy's the goofy ass dude that's sitting up here taking her serious, moved her in, paying the bills. Nah, bro. A woman like that, you just pop her, man. You know, because a woman like that is straight for the streets. And I'm just calling a spade a spade. You can't wife her up because she's not going to respect that. And on top of that, how many niggas is in her DM? You saw her body. She's stacked. She has a body on her. So therefore, Jake is going to be at her. You know, so, hey, and that ain't the first time. She's probably committed adultery on you several times. Obviously, because most of the time, women don't get pregnant off the first rip. Some women do, but it's highly unlikely, you know. So that was an ongoing fuck session, you know. But it says, such is the way of an adulterous woman. She eateth and wipeth her mouth and said, I've done no wickedness. And that's a lot of our women, man. They get caught in the act. They get caught in a lie. They would literally lie to you and say they ain't done shit. And that's just completely off, man. You know. And hey, brothers, man, be careful with these women. That's all I can say. All right. Because this is the book of Sirach 7. And I'm going to start at verses 25. It says, marry thy daughter, and so shalt thou have performed a weightier matter, but give her to a man of understanding. See, this is the thing. A woman like that would have been shamed. OK, her father would have shamed her because, for one thing, you were planning a whore in your father's house. But to marry her off to somebody, she really wouldn't be how can I say it? She really wouldn't be selected to be married off for real. Women like that will often become prostitutes or whores. OK, because prostitute, believe it or not, is actually one of the oldest professions, even in biblical times. That was an actual profession. A lot of women that became widows or got put away from their husbands, a lot of them became prostitutes. And they wore certain garments to let you know exactly what they were about, man. Same thing today when you see a woman with that loose attire on, when they want to show the cleavage and show the chest tattoos and the booty and the feet and the cum catches. A lot of times they telling you like, look, man, this is what I do. But be careful with that because they're very selective. OK, like my man on the Fresh and Fit show, there was like only 20% of the men are sleeping with all the women. So that means 80% of the men ain't even getting the fucking whores out here because those 80% is being basically friend zoned or played to the left for the 20%, because everybody wants a rapper. Everybody wants a ball player. Everybody wants a baller. Everybody wants a nigga with dreads. Everybody wants the street nigga. You know what I'm saying? Till the shit get played out, then, you know, these same women, they come back around looking for working honest men to take care of them and their children. OK, and us as men, we got to rise above that. Like, nah, this ain't going to fly. You know what I'm saying? Because that shit is off, and that's just straight up debaucherous. OK, but it says here, but give her to a man of understanding. So a lot of times, too, man, where the fathers drop the ball is because they don't even marry their daughters off. You know, they let their daughters get with any old bum nigga in the street, you know, the straight up degenerate, you know, get up with Pookie and Tay-Tay and all these other niggas, man, because they the hottest thing on the block. And before you know it, she got 2 kids by the nigga and he's dipped out or he's in prison. Why? Because the father ain't never showed her where the real man was, because he's not a real man. OK, and if you had a real father in your life, your father would teach you not to hop on a cock carousel, man. OK, because our men that grew up before us, they wasn't taught what a real man was. They got dumbed down. So therefore, they were under that vibration of, well, my daughter can't do nothing wrong. Yeah, but your daughter's out here jumping man to man. She got pregnant by one. That didn't work. Now she's with another man, having an abortion this time. That didn't work. Now she's with another man until she finds the right one, and she's too damaged to even be good to him. So, hey, the father dropped the ball and the mother dropped the ball. Okay? because your woman or your daughter is only supposed to be married off one time. That's it. And she becomes possession of the husband. But now you got this whole culture, okay? This adulterous culture. And it says here, it says, hast thou a wife after thy mind? Forsake her not, but give not thyself over to a light woman. Okay, that's a light woman. A light woman meaning, okay, she's easily swayed. She's overly courteous. Okay, she's for the streets basically. She's a whore. Okay, it just point blank period. She's for the streets, man. That's a light woman. A woman that's tossed to and fro. Everywhere she thinks, she's swayed by this information. She hear this, she believe in that. She hear that, now she's over there, you know, until the next best thing comes up that adheres to her mixed emotions. Then she's all over the place. That's a light woman. You need a woman that's going to be solid, man. That's a woman that's not going to be swayed. You know, just say if you had to go away on a job for 18 months, or let's just say oftentimes men went out to war, hey, they had to leave their women and children at home, but women were more virtuous then. They didn't commit adultery. They knew what it was. You know what I'm saying? You need a woman like that if you had to go off and fight a war, you come back, you need to know she's still taking care of the business. She's still down for you. She ain't been touched by another man. And if you got that jealousy feeling like, oh no, I think she's been committing adultery, that's when you consult the priest. Like, look, you know, you go to the priest like, look, brother, I've been away for a while. I suspect my woman ain't been faithful to me. What can we do to find this out? And then you go to Numbers, the 5th chapter, and it tells you about the potion. And if her thighs run out, her belly swells, that shows you she's been unfaithful. And ain't no way she's going to deny it then, you know. And it's up to you if you're going to choose to get a stone, put her to death. Well, put her to death, because you're going to cast the first stone, or put her away, or you choose to forgive her. But most of the time, it was very unlikely to forgive adultery, okay? It was very unlikely. That's what the Most High did for us, but that's the Most High, okay? We don't have that type of compassion for each other as being mere mortals, not on this side. Okay, but it does happen in certain instances, like if she got raped and so forth like that, and she got taken that way, then that's another thing. If she's gotten raped and the proof came out that she was raped, okay, and she called for help, you know, and to get the man off her and he took her, then, I mean, what can you do in that case? She was raped, you know what I'm saying? It ain't nothing you can do. So technically she wasn't the adulterer. The man committed the offense because he took her against her will because she screamed out and she had a husband. Now, if she didn't have a husband and he took her, then it is what it is. That just become his wife. You see? People get butthurt about that. That's rape. Well, rape is in the scriptures, man. That's why it's a law on it. I mean, it's just what it is. All right? But today, you ain't even got to pull that act because women will willingly give it to you. Just like, ain't nobody on that shit, you know? But anyway, got one more precept, man, and I'm going to shut it down. The point is being made, but this is the reason why we need salvation. We got to get delivered up out of here because this is just getting too hard, man. Okay? So this is the book of Sirach 26 and 22. It says, a harlot should be counted as spittle. Okay? She's wicked, man. But a married woman is a tower against death to her husband. Okay? And it says here, wicked woman is given as a portion to wicked men. Okay? Clearly he was wicked. He got his shit snipped. All right, he ain't in the truth. He ain't pushing the name of the Lord. He just probably some regular Jake that worked and that's deep in the world. And the Lord paired him up with a wicked ass demon. Okay, but we all got wicked women, you know, regardless of how righteous you are. Even Lot, as righteous as he was, had a wicked wife. Job was righteous. He had these were some of the most evilest women that were with men in the Lord. And then when you look at the flip side, you like, wait a minute. You got righteous women that's with niggas in the world, but you got righteous men that's with women in the world. So it's kind of like a double-edged sword, you know, but I know why the Lord did it now. It came to me yesterday. I was like, why? That don't even make sense. Why would the Most High pair, you know, women up with these men that's in the world and pair the men up that's with these worldly chicks? But then, you know, because for one thing, that's our hell. Because it would be too easy if we had our spouses in order. It wouldn't be too much of a hell if I had a woman that submit to everything I did. Not saying she's not supposed to, because that's not ammunition for her to be wicked. But if you think about it, if our woman was completely in order, we really wouldn't yearn to get the fuck out of here. It'd be cool. We'd catch hell, but I mean, it wouldn't be as bad. You'd be like, okay, well, you know, she's doing everything I want, X, Y, and Z. Shit, this ain't too bad after all. You know, so the Most High used that as an affliction. It makes a lot of sense now. All right, and it's just something that we got to go through until Yahweh Shai correct it, which he's getting ready to. Finally, okay? But it says here, a dishonest woman can commit shame, but an honest woman will reverence her husband. Okay, a shameless woman should be counted as a dog. That's a bitch. Okay, but she that is shamefaced revered the Lord. Okay, now I want to put a stumbling block out there. Check this out. A shameless woman shall be counted as a bitch. Watch this. This is gonna fuck a lot of people's head up. Oh shit. This is in the book Sirach. Check this out. Sirach 26. And I'm gonna start at verse. Now this is in the Bible now. Check this out. Okay? It's the United States Conference of Catholic Bishops. Oh, that's the Catholic Bible. Yeah, we get that, but it's the same meaning. Okay? So this is the book of Sirach 26. And I'm gonna start. What the hell is it, man? I think I passed it up. Where the fuck is it at? So everyone should use pride. Damn, I just lost it. I'm tripping. But I just read it in the subcaption, though. That's the funny part. Hold on. Let's go back here. Shameless woman. It's 25, okay? So let's see what verse 25 at. Yep, it says a headstrong wife is regarded as a bitch. This is in the Bible. Okay? For those of y'all that say, oh, y'all cuss too much. Well, the scriptures say we can use that language. It ain't nothing but rude speech. It ain't a sin. You ain't gonna go to hell because you call somebody out their name. The prophets curse people out all the damn time. See how wicked Jake is? All right? But y'all get the point. I mean, we just read it in the scriptures. I mean, it just what it is. All right? And, hey, it is what it is, man. But we got to get the hell out of here. All right? But anyway, I'm going to end it there, giving all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. And with that, Shalom and a Baba Ball.